Australia is a place of unmatched beauty and wonder, but this natural paradise has long become notorious for its huge number of deadly species. You'd think that by now people know all about its deadly spiders, crocs, snakes, sharks, jellyfish, octopus, you get it. But sometimes people do dangerous things without even flinching an eye. This is the story of Alister MacPhee, a man who entered a river in far North Queensland, Australia, only to be attacked by a saltwater crocodile. MacPhee managed to get away from the animal, but his brave, beloved dog wasn't so lucky. Hit the like button and subscribe. This is Fierce. It was February 22, 2023, a Wednesday. Alister MacPhee and his dog Magic Molly were enjoying a beautiful day together. MacPhee and his rottweiler had been traveling all across Australia. Far North Queensland was only one of their stops. The two of them had a special bond. They were best friends and traveling buddies. The day was somewhat gloomy. The sky was overcast and the water was reflecting its gray color. Evening was close, but the day was far from over, at least to MacPhee. The man and his dog were at the Bloomfield boat ramp at Ayton, north of the city of Cairns and about 30 miles south of Cooktown. MacPhee wanted to enter the water, despite the fact that it looked anything but inviting. Sure, Bloomfield River was gray and quite angry that day, but the 37-year-old man wasn't one to back off from a challenge. In fact, MacPhee had a wild plan. He wanted to enter the river for two reasons. First, Magic Molly, his rottweiler, could do with a drink of water. Secondly, MacPhee had expressed his interest in wanting to catch a water python. That's probably why he wanted to have proof of them entering the water. After all, why do something like this if no one could see it? MacPhee put his recording device down on the ground, stripped down to his swim shorts, and made sure Magic Molly followed him. Together, man and dog entered the water, unaware that their fate was about to change. What Alister MacPhee didn't know, or perhaps had ignored, was that his plan was immensely dangerous, and not because of any water pythons. Like all other pythons, this species is not venomous, nor is it especially dangerous, though water pythons are known to be aggressive. Even more, their name is largely misleading. These snakes are found far from water for most of the year, though they seek it out when surprised. There were other, far more dangerous things lurking beneath the surface, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Local authorities had issued a warning about the water just weeks before MacPhee and Molly's arrival at the boat ramp. Footage filmed by a civilian surfaced on the internet, showing a huge saltwater crocodile watching from the river. See that croc, everyone? Beware of your children, because he is hanging around here, the man who filmed the video says. The footage prompted authorities to issue a similar warning, urging people to be careful near the boat ramp and surrounds. We don't know whether Alister MacPhee didn't know about the warning or he simply didn't care. What we do know is that at about 5:30 p.m. that Wednesday, the man and his rottweiler, Magic Molly, entered the water. They only took a few steps before their reality came crashing down. MacPhee was not knee-deep yet when something huge shot out of the gray water, opened its strong jaws, and then clamped them down on the man's leg. Magic Molly acted within seconds. The pupper was brave enough to make an attempt to save Alister MacPhee, no matter the cost. In an instant, the huge crocodile turned its attention to the dog. Once again, it opened its jaws. This time, the terrifying teeth closed around the dog. MacPhee could have taken the opportunity to save himself and get out of the water, but to him, that was never really an option. Instead, the man started punching the huge crocodile. His punches rained down on the animal, but they weren't enough. The crocodile was simply too strong. It won the battle. Instead of letting Magic Molly go, the crocodile went back underwater, the brave dog still in its mouth. MacPhee watched in shock, but there was nothing he could do to save Magic Molly. The best he could do was save himself. Bloodied and struggling with shock, the 37-year-old man didn't know what to do. Luckily, a nearby ranger happened to witness the attack. The woman rushed to help MacPhee. She had just finished first aid training and acted quickly. The man was treated at the Wujal clinic before a rescue helicopter airlifted him to Cairns Hospital. The man's condition was stable, but he had to undergo surgery the next morning. Still, the physical pain he experienced was nothing compared to the hurt of having lost his beloved dog. Alister MacPhee was devastated. A saltwater crocodile is no negligible foe. The saltwater crocodile is the world's largest living reptile. They can grow up to a length of 20 feet and a weight of 3,300 pounds. They're apex predators, capable of prevailing over almost any animal that enters their territory, including humans. They have strong tendencies to see us humans as prey, and usually humans don't stand a chance against these creatures. Alister MacPhee himself wouldn't have probably survived the attack were it not for Magic Molly's courage and loyalty. Thursday, February 24th, a day after the attack, wildlife officers managed to shoot a huge crocodile measuring 14 feet. The crocodile was found some 700 feet away from where the attack happened. Magic Molly's remains were found inside the animal's stomach. Killing the crocodile, authorities declared, hadn't been a choice. It had been a necessity. It's important for communities in croc country to feel safe and for problem crocodiles to be dealt with appropriately. Remember, warning signs are not there as decoration, and swimming in croc country is a choice. As soon as news of the attack reached the public, several theories surfaced as to why Alister MacPhee had entered the water. The reason? MacPhee failed to officially mention it. He told authorities Magic Molly had been thirsty, so he'd taken the dog to the boat ramp for a drink of water. But comments in a Facebook thread in the months leading up to the attack have since surfaced. It's hard to go full bush here. Everything is native land. I want to catch a big water python, but the crocs, you see, MacPhee wrote to a friend. But the friend wasn't as enthusiastic as MacPhee. As far as the crocs go, just don't develop a pattern of waterside visits, they said. MacPhee issued an official statement while he was still in the hospital, recovering from his injuries. He thanked staff at Cairns Hospital for looking after him. He also thanked Magic Molly, who the man said was always by his side. Alister MacPhee stated, "I have unfortunately learned the hard way. Everyone needs to be croc-wise in croc territory. While I am recovering from my injuries, I am asking people to please respect my privacy."